We're so glad you're spending time with us today. Your support is always appreciated at CSL. Remember, there are several ways to give. As you watch today's service, you can click the donate button right here on Facebook or donate on our homepage, cslftl.org. There's also a regular giving program called TPL where you can set up a monthly contribution. You'll find the details on our website, cslftl.org.
Here's a great way to stay in touch with CSL, Center for Spiritual Living. It's our brand new app available in the App Store under Center for Spiritual Living, FL, that's Florida.
Make sure to say hello to everyone today in the comments section and let us know your thoughts. We're so glad you're here.
CSL. Let's stand up and make a joyful noise. Come on. Ow. We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We have gathered here in love. Here we go. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the room with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the room with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Raise the room with shouts of praise. Spirit is in this place. Yes.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, CSL. My name is Ferdinand Cabrera, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all to the Center for Spiritual Living. Whether you are here in the center or watching us at home, it's a delight and it's a pleasure for me to welcome us to our spiritual ceremony today. We are now streaming simultaneously on Facebook, YouTube, and our CSLFTL.org. If you are a first-time guest here at the center, we want to offer you a gift. That will be a set of malabis that you can wear or you can use in your spiritual practice and meditation. Our ushers will be coming soon around the room, and also you will receive an information card. Please be sure you fill this and put it in the offering basket at the end of the service. So if you wouldn't mind rising, standing up, or raising your hand so we all can give you a big CSL welcome. Please do so. Thank you. For first-time visitors and online, please make a comment in the section or visit us at cslftl.org. You can register and then you will learn more about what we do. And also you can subscribe for the monthly letter. If you are watching us in Facebook, be sure to like us, share us with all your friends, Facebooks, and also follow us in Instagram. Here at the Center of Spiritual Living, we have an intention statement that states who we are and how we want to show up in the world. So if everybody please could stand and send the intention statement with me. And also greet your neighbor with a hello or a namaste, but please keep in mind that some people still are practicing social distancing. So now, please join me. So CSL, who we are? We are a loving and diverse spiritual community dedicated to personal growth, healing, and service. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Son. God is the Son. God so much more than the earth and the stars, or all of creation. God is creator, all and all, needing us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Command my hands, what must they do? Command my life, it's here for you. God is the love that heals all creation. God is creator, makes all things new, and God needs us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. God needs us to shine its light, and God needs us to shine its light. God needs us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me, oh God, I stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Beautiful, beautiful. Good morning, CSL. Yeah, happy, what is it, daylight savings time? Yeah, if you made it, you're here on time, and because you made it to daylight savings time, you all will receive $1,000 in your spiritual bank accounts. Yeah, so here at CSL, we have 7 core values. They are love, healing, oneness, abundance, spiritual growth, service, and diversity. Today, we're going to focus in on healing. I have the distinct honor to teach a class called The Foundations of Science of Mind, along with Dr. Ferd. And one of the things we're studying is the avatars and the teachers that have come through. And Science of Mind was actually created as a way of healing your life through what you believe. Every that we've talked about has said the same thing. It is done as you believe. It is a law of attraction. It comes from our consciousness, because consciousness creates form. Same thing with healing. Jesus the Christ said that if we are open and we open the door and walk through, we will receive everything. Knock and the door shall be open. We reap what we sow. We reap our consciousness and healing, and we will sow it in the physical manifestation. Today, I invite you to think about something that you're willing to heal. Now, we know you can. We know you're able. But the big question is, are you willing? Are you willing? So I'm going to ask you to bring your hands onto your heart. Bring whatever it is in your heart that you are looking to heal. And I want you to answer a question. Are you willing to heal today? Yes. Okay, we can do better than that. Are you willing to heal today? Yes. Are you willing to heal today? Yes. Are you willing to heal today? Yes. And as a Reiki master, when I bring my clients in to see me, the first thing we talk about, what do you believe? Do you believe that you can be healed? Again, it comes from your consciousness. Today, our core value is healing, and so it is.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. There's one power, indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until we know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. And we'll remember when we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul and it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. Oh, it's the power of the love in you and me. One power, say it with us, one power. One power, there you go. One power. Oh, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power, It's the moments of creation. It's the everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of our nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for its love that's most deep. It's one power, one power, one power. All we need is one power, one power, one power. Oh, it's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power, one power.
Yeah. Wow, there's no place like CSL, y'all. Just amazing. One power, one power, one power. Just think about that. We have a great book that we are reading this month, our book of the month. It is called Living Without Fear by Ernest Holmes. And you know, Dr. Chris last week said if he could change the name, he would. It would be Living with Fear, and I agree. If I could change the name, I would call it Living a Fearless Life. Look at the word fearless. There are two words in fearless, fear and less. We can only fear less by loving more. That's the biggest message that we can take away from here at CSL. We're here to love more and to fear less. We cannot move from fear to faith to love without our conscious practice. And that's what we're here to do. I have a quote from this book. It's a very powerful quote because we're talking about who and what we are today. And this is the quote from Ernest Holmes. He says, "Man is a triad, a threefold unity. He is physical, having an objective body, mental, having a conscious, emotional, subjective reaction to his environment, and spiritual, having a self-knowing mind." The self-knowing mind he's talking about is our spirit, is our soul. We know within our soul that we are connected to the universe. I love what our dear sister, and the name skips, Sue Mortar, sorry. My sister Sue Mortar says this, that we have a body and a mind for the purpose of supporting our spirit. We're spiritual beings first. We have a body to carry our spirit, but we have a mind to make sense of what the spirit is experiencing. If I would ask you this one question, who are you? What would come to mind first? What would you say? You might say, oh, I am a doctor, or lawyer, a minister, a mother, a father, a sister. But that's just the surface of who you are. You are a divine emanation of the One. As our brother and sister was singing, power, whatever you call it, it is the same thing. So I use the word God quite a bit, and we get kind of squirmy sometimes in CSL when we use that word God. And I always say that if God is a challenging word for you, it's time to find a new meaning for that word God. I also have new languages around what God is. I call it love, universe, Gaia, nature, spirit. We have to be able to learn to create our own language about what we're talking about here. That's why we come to CSL, so that we may have a clear understanding of what it means to us, to you. See, what God means to me is not the same what God means to you. So again, who are we? We are the universe in the flesh. We are God in the flesh. And if we break down that word, we think about the qualities. We talk about divine qualities in our class. These divine qualities are love, oneness, prosperity, abundance, grace, power, compassion, kindness. These are the qualities that show up as us when we show up as God. We are light. We are love. We are eternal. We are infinite intelligence. That's who we really are. In the words of a great poet, a great performer, a spiritual teacher, the mother of all drag queens, RuPaul. Yeah. RuPaul says that we are all spiritual beings and the rest is just drag. And that's the truth. And that's the truth. What drag are you wearing when you walk out that door? See, I love drag. I love going to a great drag show. Good, it's amazing. When it's not good, it's not good. Yes. But what is drag? Drag is an illusion. It's an illusion, but it's a powerful way that we have found a way to entertain ourselves, and some have found a way to free themselves, but it is an illusion. Another illusion that I look at quite a bit is called the mask. When I was in my training to becoming a practitioner, I took a class called Self-Awareness. My classmates are here, right in the back there, Reverend Tina and Juan Carlos. We took a class called Self-Awareness, the Evolution of Consciousness. It was so powerful for me that I went back to facilitate it 3 more times after I had taken the class, because it was just amazing. And whenever we teach, we learn. Whenever we learn what we need to teach. And there's always a week that comes along, and it's the week of the masquerade ball. The Mask. If you don't have this book, it's an incredible book called The Mask That Binds Us by John Randolph Price. And he talks about this masquerade ball and the mask that we wear. It's our two-faced life. And I want to premise this by saying that this is not a right or wrong. This is not you're doing something wrong. It is just being aware of the consciousness. And sometimes we wear a mask. In fact, sometimes we wear 3 or 4 masks in one conversation, depending on what we want the outcome to be. The mask hinders us from our true nature. And remember, we're talking about who and what we are. We are divine emanations of the one. We are love, peace, oneness, prosperity. That's who we are. But when we wear that mask, it hinders the vibration and the frequency of God to come forth. In this space of understanding that we wear the mask, we have a choice. We don't have to always continue to wear the mask. Once we become awake and aware and consciousness that we're wearing a mask, we have a choice to take it off. If we look at the mask, it represents our personalities. It represents the characteristics that we are playing that day. It's behavior traits. It is our characters, because we play roles. So one thing I want you to think about is that we might get a little squirmy, a little itchy, a little movement might happen today because we get uncomfortable, and I welcome that. If you get uncomfortable when you listen to this, then it's your invitation to maybe have a transformational experience. John Randolph Price says this: the masks we wear are the persona through which we deal with the world. So let's listen to a few of the masks that he talks about. The mask of the victim, inferiority, not good enough, never measures up. Life is being done to them. It is always someone else's problem. They're doing it to me. You're to blame. That's the mask of the victim. We use that to get sympathy. Again, there's nothing wrong here. We're just being aware of how we operate. The tyrant, oppressive, cruel, sometimes can be a bully, Intimidator. It's my way or no way. It's my way or the highway. Irritable, annoyed quite a bit, harsh. The mask of the manipulator. It's a schemer, deviously cunning, uncontrollable ambition. Egotistic, controlling. The mask of the worrier. Constantly worrying about something, the chronic worrier. If something bad could happen, it will. It's Murphy's Law. The deceiver. Intentionally false in what they speak in the purpose of gaining control. The opinionated. Closed-minded, refuse to accept the ideas of others, judgmental, criticism, needs to be right. The mask of the abandoned, feeling like they've been left behind, feeling like they're outside looking in, feeling like they can never be a part of anything. No one loves me when you wear that mask. Here's one we probably all have, we know someone, the meddler. Interferes with everything, tampers, prides, smothers. It's for your own good. I know what's right for you. Yeah, the meddler. How about the yielder? This is the mask of the yielder. Goes along to get along, afraid to state an opinion, goes with everything, agrees with everything because they don't want to have a conflict. The mask of the prideful. Believes in their versus the universe's power, versus the oneness power, the one power. It hides vulnerability. It's a mask that hides fear with arrogance, pompous language, and action. The fanatic. This mask is those who will do anything to have you believe the way they believe. It could be a football team, a baseball team. It could be the blue versus the red. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The extreme behaviors to make sure you know that we are right and that you will be on the right side. The comedian. The comedian hides fear with comedy, uses comedy to avoid intimacy, covers up sadness and depression. It blocks the connection of true intimacy. How about the critic? The mask of the critic. Self-ordained, superior, disrespectful, and dissects everything that everyone does. That's the mask we wear. What I want to say about all these masks that we wear, there is a time that we've all worn each and every one of these masks. I have. And again, there are times that maybe in a conversation you might put in 3 or 4 of these masks depending on what you want the outcome to be. Let's go a little bit deeper. We use these masks against ourselves. Something that's not going right, criticize yourself. We wear the mask to block our connection with spirit. So what's the answer here? What's the message? We are not the mask we wear. We are not the mask we wear. We are the divine emanation of the one. We have to continue to remind ourselves of that over and over and over and over again. We must continue to tell ourselves, even in the moment that we realize that we are in wearing a mask, we take it off and going, hold up. I'm a divine emanation. I'm here to share love, to receive more love. We must remember the truth. The truth is that everything that we criticize ourselves about, we are in our own mental construct, and we're choosing to shame ourselves. The divine emanation of love only knows itself as love, as ourselves. But we choose to condemn and to condemn others because it's a learned habit. You have a choice. You can leave the masquerade ball anytime you choose. You just need to take off the mask. You need to be willing. It's called the practice of observation. We get to observe ourselves in the middle of our conversations, and observation happens all the time. I'm observing myself constantly. Reason why? Because I know there are times where I'm not being honest with myself. If I can't be honest with myself, I cannot be honest with you. If I can't remember that I'm a divine emanation of the One, I can't see any of you like that, because our healing begins with ourselves. That's where it begins. Return to your true self, your true nature. The only way we can do that is our spiritual practices. And what are our spiritual practices? To return back to our true nature: prayer, meditation, affirmation, sacred service, sacred study, gracious giving, the stillness, self-care, our physical practice. Returning back to ourselves. These are the practices that are in place for us to remember. Why do we meditate? So that we can wake up. That is the pure reason that spiritual meditation, yes, it's a focus, it's a mental focus, but the reason why we sit to be still or meditate is to wake up to our divinity. The practice. We must have courage. Today we're talking about fearing less. Having courage. And the only way that we can have courage is we must know where our strength comes from. The strength comes from the power of Spirit within us. So when you are wearing the mask, have courage to take it off. And the only way we can do it is to go back to the divine connection, our oneness. I love the Course in Miracles. The Course in Miracles says that a miracle is going from fear to love. That is a miracle. It didn't say we eradicate fear to have love. No, the Course in Miracles tells us that we move from fear to love. And this happens sometimes on a day-by-day, moment-by-moment, breath-by-breath experience. That is what we're here to do, what we're here to learn. Lean into love. Remind yourself that I have love to lean into. When you feel like no one else around you is supporting you, lean into who you are. Lean into love. One of the things that I have in my office, in my home, is that love. And I have a painting that I did a few years back, and I have it up in my office to remind me that the only thing I'm here to do today is to share more love and to receive more love. Share more joy to receive more joy. If I'm doing it for power, money, prestige, it will never be enough. So I get to return. I get to return to what I know, and that is the Spirit of God. Here's your fear challenge. And you know, Dr. Chris has been talking about the fear challenge this month and last week. He gave you a challenge of doing something that scares the out of you. How many of us did something? Yeah, good. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. That's the most, and it's funny, yeah, that is the number one fear of most people is public speaking. Yeah. So here's your fear challenge for the week. You might get a little squirmy. You might get a little like, I want you to stand in front of a mirror, not with your partner. I want you to stand in front of a mirror by yourself, naked. Yeah. I want you to stand in front of a mirror. I already heard no in the back. I get it. That's a scary thing to do, stand in front of the mirror naked. And I want you to look in your eyes and look at your body. And I want you to remind yourself, I am not the mask I wear. I am love. Will you practice that with me right now? Put your hands onto your heart. Close your eyes. Just repeat after me. I am not the mask I wear. I am love. Let's do it all together here. Listen, repeat after me. I am not the mask I wear. Y'all listen so well. I am love. I am not the mask I wear. I am love. I want you to do that every day for the whole entire week. That is your fear challenge. I know. Now, you start off, the first time you might go, but I guarantee you'll have a shift in your consciousness. You will have a psychic shift. I want to leave you with this, and it's probably my favorite NDIRE song, and you've sang the song, and it's one of the songs that I really live my life by when I'm feeling like I'm wearing a mask of the abandoned, or the victim, or the tyrant. I have to go back to the song, NDIRE, I am light, I am light. Here's some of the lyrics. It says, I am not the thing my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the brokenness inside. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am not the mistakes that I have made. Ooh, and I have made a lot. Or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am light. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. Hallelujah for that. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. All light. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am light. I am light. I am light. I am light. If you got to say that 100 times tomorrow or today, driving down the 95, I am light. I am light. Say it. Do whatever it is that you need to remind yourself of your truth of who and what you are. Let's go within. Let's just go within. Just breathing in all the words that have been said here. Just breathing in the space of eternity, this light that we are. Breathing in these words of NDIRE, I am light, all light, all light. We open up our minds, our consciousness in this moment to receive this message. We begin in the head, but we move into the spirit. And in this moment, we open up ourselves to remember. We are not the mask we wear. We are love. And in this moment, I'm blessing this transformation. For as we transform, the rest of the world will follow through. We are lights. We are lights. Open up your eyes. Can you look at someone right now and tell them you're lights? Look at someone else and let them know you're lights. Yes. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So this is the time that we get to celebrate the law of circulation. As we give, we shall receive. This is the time that we get to collect our tithes and offerings. So I'm going to ask our ushers to come up, make their way up to the front of the room here. Know that we cannot do any of this without the 3 T's that I learned as a little boy in the Baptist church. Your time, your talents, and your offerings, your tithes. And this is the part where we lean into you. We lean into you to continue to support our mission. This is a time that we get to give from the heart. It's not just about what you're giving, it's how you're giving. This is a time that we get to celebrate. We get to celebrate that we know that all needs are met. So let's go within again and just take a moment to bless all these tithes and offerings that are coming forth in this moment, knowing that it is a divine expression of the one. All needs are met here and now. I bless each and every tithe that's coming through. And so it is. Amen. And ushers, go and multiply. And if you're online with us, please click on the button that's in the feed in Facebook, where you can go directly to our secure site so that you can give your tithe and your offering as well. Let's do some music. You ready?
God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Join us and sing it. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. One more time. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need.
Oh. I would be amiss, thank you, Reflections, thank you, Antonio, Maylene. I would be very amiss by not thanking our TPL members, and that was a part of and this is great. I can kind of, let's look at TPL. TPL is auto tithe. It's most communities have something called auto tithe. This is our auto tithe program. The reason why TPL is so important, because we are a business. We're a nonprofit, and to know what we got coming in every month, when I go to the board and we sit down with the board saying, what have we made this month and what do we have to pay? It's great to know that we have our TPL members, our auto tithe that's coming through. If you're not a TPL member, it's a time for you to join. And it's just giving on a constant basis, whatever you choose to give. And we're gonna support our community. So, all right, let's finish out with our announcements. I remember the very first time that I walked into Agape International Spiritual Center, and that's almost 18 years ago. And I was lost, I was depressed. I was actually on the verge of suicide. I had gone through a series of very challenging relationships. I was acting out inappropriately. I was lost. I walked into Agape, and I only wanted to find unconditional love. And through that door, I felt the love and the prayers and everything that had gone before that. The next step was me to have a practitioner session. A licensed spiritual practitioner are those that pray for you, that hold consciousness for you when you're not holding consciousness for yourself. We have our licensed spiritual practitioners here. If you're in the audience, please stand up. Please stand up. All the practitioners, yes. I'm going to ask you, if you're really looking for some deep work, book a session with a practitioner. We also have a prayer line, and if you need prayer right away, these practitioners will be outside praying for you. You can get a prayer from a practitioner, or you can call our call line or the app. Our call line is 954-990-5625. Or on the app, there's a button you push that says prayer, and you can hear a prayer right away. We have a youth center here that is thriving, and they're getting ready for another event, another amazing event. But next Sunday, they're having a bake sale. Bake sale. We need people to cook. Y'all need to cook. Y'all need to do some baking, and you need to sign up online. We need your support. And then once you bake it, we're going to sell it back to you. Isn't that great? That's what we're going to do. We're going to have you cook it, and then we're going to sell it back to you. And if you don't want to take it home, you could bring it to our annual CSL Family Picnic, y'all. It's going to be great. Please come out for that. And that's going to be next Sunday as well. After service, we're going to go out to, I think it's Michael's Park. Is that what it is, Michael's Park? Mickle. It's Mickle, okay? I didn't even know how to pronounce it. Obviously, I have not been to Mickle Park yet. I'll get there. I will get there. CSL is providing the protein, and we will have veggie burgers as well for all the vegetarians in the house. And we will have all the meat eaters. Y'all have y'all stuff too. And we're asking you to bring the sides and the desserts. Please sign up on the app, and please sign up on the events on our website. Everything's listed there, so go to the website. Next week, Saturday, we're having a great event here with Gary Renard. It's called Healing and Wholeness. And Gary Renard wrote an incredible book called The Disappearance of the Universe, one of the very first books I bought when I went to Agape. And he's going to be right here with an all-day event next Saturday. It starts at 10 o'clock and it goes to 5. We're asking you to please bring your own lunch because that's going to be a long day. And it's going to be a great event. If I wasn't traveling home to see my mama that weekend, I would be here. But I'm going home to be with my mama. And that's next Saturday from 10 to 2. The cost is $99 per person. You can sign up on the app and the website as well. This is a very important announcement. My friend Ricky Byers will be here. And we did a Ricky Byers song today. It was just so beautiful. You know, a lot of the songs we sing in the New Thought movement are written by Ricky Byers and Michael Beckwith. She's going to be here, and that's going to be on April 9th. The cost is going to be $30 per ticket. Now, here's why this is so important. Do you like our music? Yes. Do you like Antonio and what he does? Yes. Do you like the guest people that come in, like the violinists we had last week? All that costs some money, y'all. We don't do it from the goodness of our hearts, and they don't do it from the goodness of their heart. This is a fundraiser for our music department. And all the money, yes, that's right, give them some love. So everything we bring in from the Ricky Byers concert is going to be to support our music department. So please do that. You can sign up for tickets on the app and also on our website. So please sign up. All right, so I have a very special announcement to talk about. Last week, Dr. Chris gave us one of the great sermon. It was so inspiring. And one of our longtime members, her name is Elena, and she's a longtime CSL member. And she was so inspired to do something that scared her. She decided that she would go to Poland because she's from Ukraine. And she decided that she would go to Poland to rent a home, a very big house for all the refugees that are coming out of the Ukraine into Poland. How amazing is that? See, we're here to learn, and we're here to go out to change the planet. So Elena and her son has started a GoFundMe campaign. You probably saw it on the email that we sent out this week. We're asking you to please support this movement because it's making a difference. It's making a big difference on this planet. You can find out more information. It's on the app, but if you go to our website as well, you can find out how we can support this movement. Great day, huh? Good day at CSL. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to ask one of our board members if she can give me an affirmation card because I didn't bring mine up. You might be sitting on your affirmation card. Jeannie Looper Smith, everyone. We love her so much. And if you did not get to hear what she talked about last week to celebrate the Women's History Month that we're celebrating, it's in an email that we sent out to celebrate Women's History Month. It was absolutely amazing. So we have our affirmation. Yours is like mine. You're probably sitting on it. So let's pick it out. Let's do our affirmation together. Dr. Chris wrote this one. So let's say it together. I am a triad, a complete spirit, mind, and body, all of which is created, sustained by the perfect intelligence. Yes. Yeah. So let's know this together. How good it is just to be in a place of family. How good it is just to hear songs and to sit together and to pray together and to do affirmations together. How good it is to know that this one power, one presence is love. No matter what we call it, we know it is infinite, it is divine, and it is everywhere present. It is my life. It is the life of each and every one of us here. There is no spot that spirit is not. Therefore, we revel as the one. So I'm blessing this time and giving thanks for it. As we move from this place, we know that we can take off the mask anytime, that we can step forth as our divine emanation, the One, the Spirit. Knowing that today is a day that we say yes to expanding ourselves, to being more of who we are. We are on purpose with a purpose because we are here. That's what I know. That's what I know. I'm blessing each and every one of us, giving thanks for the life that we choose to live. And so it is. Amen and amen. Thank you so much. Let's all stand up for our closing song. And I bless you, Facebook Live and online. We'll see you next week at the same time, 10:30. Be well and be blessed.
This is my wish for the world, that peace would find its way to every boy and girl. This is the time for harmony. Let love be the song that everybody sings. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Peace on earth. Fill the air with joyful noise. Ring the bells and raise your voice. Let there be peace on earth. Peace on earth. Lift your light and let it shine. Shine, shine, shine. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Let every voice be heard. Let there be peace on earth. Happy Sunday. Have a great week.
I don't think you realize, yeah. I know, us too, we were like, no. I know, right? Yeah. We were so, we were, what happened? Yeah, I didn't realize.
Thanks for taking part in today's live stream on Facebook. Your participation means so much to us. Remember, there are several ways to give. Click the donate button here on Facebook or donate on our homepage, cslftl.org. There's also a regular giving program called TPL where you can set up a monthly contribution. You'll find the details on our website, cslftl.org.
Here's a great way to stay in touch with CSL, Center for Spiritual Living. It's our brand new app available in the App Store under Center for Spiritual Living, FL, that's Florida.
Please stay in touch, and thanks again for participating in our live stream. We'll see you soon.